the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Lions and the Cowboys, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win lap,
the first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
and he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, and sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Elliott running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And able to get this to the 31.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 24. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Dak going to keep it on the draw. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Prescott now. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Dowdle is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that.
Right. And now the rookie's free. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on third and inches. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. James now to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Prescott on 3rd and 2.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
They go to Elliott again. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Throwing, Prescott.
And he is caught by Lamb.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
C.D. Lamb,
28 yards.
and the Cowboys are able to move back in front.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Play action. It's Goff.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Outright, he finds Tolbert.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Prescott.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And again, it's Prescott. And Cooks hands it over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, Prescott again.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Prescott to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This is the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys retreated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Goff on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Now Goff. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Goff. And he rifles one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing on third, Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Prescott now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Inside give to Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Prescott. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. That's just how they drew it up, C.D. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now a 1st down throw, gone. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Goff connects with St. Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff now looking to throw. And pass caught. It's Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Goff now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the red zone now, Goff. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Gone.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
So no gain on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Goff.
Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains.
Throwing again is Goff.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 10.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
To throw is Goff.
St. Brown on the catch.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Goff's throw pulled in by Renfro.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Goff on 1st down.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. From the gun, here's Goff.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
To the air again, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Here's Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Now Goff.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One last throw here for Goff. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew,